Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and I'm a trainee solicitor at a city law firm. If you come from a disadvantaged background and you want to study at a top university like Cambridge or Oxford, but you think that they are too intimidating or inaccessible, then summer schools can be a great way for you to experience what it would really be like to study at a university. Also find out more about the subject that you want to apply to study, as well as get advice on the admission process and get help with your personal statement. Usually these summer schools cost thousands and thousands of pounds, but the ones I did were completely free and everything was covered: accommodation, food, travel, social activities, balls, formals and lectures, everything. And I did 4 summer schools in total. One was directly through Oxford, it's their unique summer school. Um, the other 2 I did through Sutton Trust, so that's Warwick and Cambridge. And I also did one at Cambridge directly through one of the colleges, and I'll include the links and information in the comments. And they have been so invaluable for someone like me who has never really imagined themselves studying at a top university because of my background, and I didn't really have encouragement from my teachers, for example, to apply to top universities. It's something that I always felt that's out of reach, but I did really want to see what it would be like. And the things that you do at summer schools: you attend lectures, you practice your skills like debating and mooting, you get mentored by the current undergraduates there. And I met people who were very similar to me, who had a similar background, people who attended the summer school and also who were running it. And I found that very encouraging, because finally I could see that I could also study at a top university even though I come from a disadvantaged background. And another great thing about summer schools as well is that they really help you to understand the admission process, which sometimes, the school that I went to had no idea how to prepare me or help me, for example, with my personal statement when I was applying to Oxford. So the process can be really difficult if you don't know, if you don't have the guidance, or if you don't have the money to pay for special tutors like some students do to get that advice. So during summer school we actually had workshops on personal statements, we had help with our UCAS applications, and interviews as well, interview practice. And that was so useful because I wouldn't have otherwise ever had access to that. And even, if you're not considering going to a top university, learning more about your subject is really helpful. There's loads of lectures that you go to in different workshops, and information that you gather there will actually help you to justify in your personal statement as to why you want to study a particular subject. You also get helpful advice on what books you should read to prepare, or what books are advisable to read, so you can talk about them in your personal statement. So I actually relied heavily on the summer schools that I went to include the information that I gathered there in my personal statement. For example, what lecture I attended by a particular lecturer, what it was about, and how it made me more interested in a particular area of law. And things like that are really important when you're applying to top universities, because you want to give specific example as to why law is something that you want to study, or any subject. And specific examples is what you should be using. And when you have almost examples to back it up, so it's not just an interest, it's not just that you read a book, for example, but if you attend a lecture and that inspires your interest into something, and then you go off and you get a deep understanding by reading a different book or attending another lecture, or the admissions tutor can see your progress, and you take something, and then how do you build on that? How do you show your interest? So summer schools are really great for that. If you're not, for example, sure, how do you even begin a personal statement and show your interest without it being too general and not very interesting, for example. So if you haven't yet thought about applying for summer schools, I would encourage you to do that. There are loads of universities that do summer schools directly now, but also charities as well, like Sutton Trust. You can do it through them as well. And like I said, I'll include information below. So thank you very much for watching this video, and yeah, hopefully you apply and have a great experience there.